Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Kangaskhan, who is a normal type Pokemon. It is described as a parent Pokemon, so it's a completely female Pokemon. It kind of looks like a mix between a dinosaur and a kangaroo in my mind. Like it's got the red coat. It's brown, but in Australia we have grey kangaroos or red kangaroos, and it's a lot closer to the red kangaroo, which are the more I don't want to say scary ones, but yeah, the more the ones more likely to fight you. So yeah, just a hot tip: if you're ever in Australia and you see a red kangaroo, don't approach it, please. Actually, yeah, don't approach any wildlife really. You never know what's gonna attack you. So yeah, definitely don't approach, especially the red ones, because yeah, they are very, very aggressive, very, very territorial and things like that. And yeah, just definitely don't recommend it. But yeah, because this kind of reminded me of a kangaroo, I decided to build a kangaroo sanctuary. So this Pokemon, it does look more like a dinosaur. So think of like a T-Rex, but instead of having little arms, it's got like human, no, I wouldn't say human arms, but like the arms are not these tiny little arms. And it's also got a pouch, which there is a tiny little kangaroo type of Pokemon in the pouch, which is why that bit reminds me of a kangaroo. And I thought, there's a lot of cultures being represented in this game. Like, there's so many different worlds and designs in the packs that it does represent a lot of different areas in the world. And I don't know, I feel like Australia is kind of one of those ones where we're never going to get something that fully represents us, purely based on the fact that if you're looking at European Australian, there's not much difference between, I guess you could say, American houses. Like, you could use all of the stuff that was in base game and whatever to make an Australian house. It's really not all that difficult. However, if you're looking at Indigenous Australian, then yeah, I think there's plenty of stuff that could be added to this game. For example, the art that I add to this game is by Rose Mo, I believe, Rosemow, and yeah, it is Indigenous art. It's called dot painting, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. When I was younger, I did go on, being in school, you go on camps and trips and stuff like that, and one of the places we went to basically taught Indigenous culture and life and ways of living and a lot of things like that, and it was really, 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 like, it was really fascinating, but also really cool to like learn that, because that's a part of my country's culture and history, and I'm very glad that we did go and do that, because I don't know, it doesn't seem like something that a lot of people have done, and it makes me a little bit sad. I feel like more people should do it. But yeah, the some of the things we did were, we did split off into male and female, because there are some traditional gendered roles, and being a female myself, I went off and did some traditional dances that taught us, like this one's about, you're picking berries, but it's not just about picking berries, it's about being connected to the land and, respecting it, and it was really, really beautiful. And then we got to throw a boomerang. That was really, really fun. I nearly hit my teacher when it came back. Just kind of funny, but yeah. It was really good. And another thing we looked at was the art in the area, and again, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely in love with it. It's beautiful. I'm thinking I might want some art in my home. I definitely want to purchase from, like, I feel like, purchasing more from your own country, but also the traditional landowners of your country is really, really good. I don't know, it just helps the country you're in. And I understand there's plenty of countries out there that need help. And, you know, that's not to say you can't go out and help those countries as well, but I think, yeah, you should also kind of help out at home. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to look into some Indigenous artists and buy from them, because, yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous art, and I definitely recommend, if you're in Australia and you're looking for art, definitely have a look at Indigenous art, because, again, beautiful, beautiful stuff. I don't know, I've been very much more connected to nature recently. I know it kind of sounds a little bit silly, but I don't know, ever since I went and stayed on that rural property about a month ago, just like the ability to relax and breathe and not have to think about so many things, and there's fresh air, and they had a little veggie patch, and they had like a chicken coop, and there were cows all around, and I saw a kangaroo. Like, it felt so much more peaceful, and I feel like that's definitely the sort of life I want to live. It's something, yeah, just a little bit more peaceful, slow, calm, and relaxed, and yeah, being a bit more connected to nature is definitely some way. I say some way to do that. It's definitely a way that's very handy and relaxing and easy to do that. So yeah, I'm still kind of a little bit my heart's a little bit set on having a farm, but I will be making sure that I'm still close to civilization. I don't want to be a full-blown middle of nowhere, have to have helicopters flying or planes flying because I'm that far away from everything. I still want to be close. In fact, I want to grow my own produce and take it to markets and stuff like that and sell it. I think that would be really, really, I don't know, I think I would enjoy that a lot. But yeah, long and the short of it is I turned this into a kangaroo sanctuary. So unfortunately we don't have kangaroos in game, but I do make it somewhat of a useful lot, because there is a vet section. So if you do want to download this and play it as a vet, you can absolutely do that. So there's a surgery room, there's 2 vet like diagnosis tables, I guess, and then there is a treat making machine, or a I don't even know what it is. I think it either makes treats or medicine. There's some bathrooms in there. I didn't put the check-in. That's the only thing I didn't put in. So if you do download this lot, I believe that's the only thing I'm missing, is that check-in thing. If you need a vending machine, then yeah, do chuck that in. But if you don't, I didn't put one in. But yeah, there's also heaps of room outside. So if you need to like take your dog outside to go to the bathroom or whatever, you can absolutely do that. And yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of a fun little place. But I wanted it to feel, yeah, a bit more Australian, a bit more, I don't know, I just feel like, yeah, there's not a lot of Australian designed builds in this game. So I wanted to bring a little bit of that to here. And I feel like a lot of people would look at this and be like, oh, well, like, that's kind of a little bit generic. And it kind of is. It's a tad bit generic. But it also looks, in my opinion, it looks really nice. I definitely think the outside looks very much accurate to what a kangaroo place would look like this. So we in Australia, we do have, at some zoos, there's little petting sections where you can actually go in and pet the kangaroos. They're of course grey kangaroos, because yeah, we're not risking small children, and red kangaroos for sure. I say we like I'm the one doing it, but yeah, it's definitely enjoyable. It's like you can go in, you can feed them, and you can pat them, and you can see the little babies. And yeah, I believe that when the kangaroos have just given birth, so when the babies are joeys, like the tiny little joeys, I believe they are not in the petting area. I believe they're in a separate area so that they can take care of their babies to have them grow up enough, and then once they're old enough to, you know, kind of start straying from mum a little bit, then they'll bring them in. So yeah, definitely don't worry about that. But yeah, you can feed them, and they're pretty happy. They'll eat out of your hand. They're just chill little dudes. And so yeah, I wanted to build something sort of similar to that here. And again, I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I wanted there to be lots of natural colours around as well, so that's why you do end up seeing a lot of that green wall. And there's a lot of wood tones everywhere as well. And then, yeah, I do some really nice gardening out the front. And then some very, very minimal landscaping out the back. I just put some, like, grass and stuff around so that it kind of looks like, yeah, the kangaroos have been, like, nibbling on the grass here and there. And the terrain paint, it's a little bit sandy here and there. So yeah, I definitely, again, I had so much fun with this build. There's some builds that I do that are kind of completely useless. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, that they're just 100% useless. And I find them the most fun, but what I love about this build is I'm only missing one item, and I believe one item, and it should be useful. And that's the best bit, is you're not really missing out on much with this build. Like, it's not hard to convert it to a vet. So if you do like, again, like I said, if you do like the build or the layout of it or anything like that, definitely feel free to download it. I've got to go and upload a few more builds because, yeah, I'm not all the way done, so I've got to go do that. And while I'm there, I'm also going to be taking notes of quite a few of the builds because, yeah, I need to put them into my spreadsheet, what packs and kits have been used, and verify that it's the correct stuff that I've used in my builds, in my videos, because, yeah, I do put down in the description the packs and kits that I've used. So if you're ever wondering if I've used any or how many I've used or anything like that, definitely check the description. I keep as much information down below as possible. Yeah, here is Rose Mo with the beautiful kangaroo art. So Rose, if you are listening in, 100% this is all you. You did this. It's beautiful and gorgeous, and thank you for making the art. Definitely grateful for that. So yeah, I decided to put a few art pieces around, in the bathrooms and out the front. So the ones out the front, I decided in this room here, in this front room, where you enter, it's kind of like a little shop, so you can buy art, you can buy, clothes. I think that's really it, art and clothes. So that you're kind of supporting the kangaroos. So that's how the people here get the money, and yeah, if you want to help out, you can definitely purchase some clothes and whatnot. And yeah, like I said, all that money goes towards vet bills and feeding the kangaroos and taking care of them and rescuing them and hopefully releasing them back into the wild. Because yeah, I don't know, I do love our animals here in Australia. I know there's a lot of scary looking ones and scary sounding ones and spiders and snakes and all that, but we do have other good animals here too. Like, we're not just spiders and snakes, I promise. Kangaroos are, yeah, definitely love kangaroos. But we have koalas and platypus and echidnas and bilbies. Bilbies are the cutest little thing ever. And if you're ever visiting the western side of Australia, definitely go to Rottnest Island and check out the quokkas. They are so cute. They will pose with you for photos, and they have no natural predators, so they'll just chill with you. Like, they're not bothered at all, which is just so super awesome. I've never actually seen one myself, which is super sad. But yeah, I definitely do recommend it. If I'm ever going back that way, I'm definitely going to go visit Rottnest Island. You go over on a ferry, and yeah, it's a fun little day out. I feel like it's one of those things, I've heard from a lot of people, it's one of those things you've got to do at least once. But once you've done it, like, there's no stress or pressure to do it again. Like, you're happy, you're good, you chill, you've done it. And yeah, like, it's a really cool thing to do. So yeah, I definitely want to go visit the quokkas one day. But yeah, I don't know, it's a fun, relaxing place. Like these kangaroo petting zoos specifically, because yeah, they're just so chill, and they eat straight out of your hand. It's honestly so cool, because it's just like, this is a kangaroo, and it's just chilling there, and it's eating out of my hand, and it doesn't even care that I'm getting up close to its baby. Again, they specifically make sure that the babies are old enough, the joeys are old enough that, yeah, like the mum's not going to be territorial or, you know, just trying to protect the baby, which I understand. Like, if you've got a young baby, you're gonna be very protective. But once they're old enough, you kind of want to let them go. I mean, I'm obviously not a kangaroo, but I imagine, yeah, they'll get to a point where it's like, you're old enough, I'll let this weird creature pat you, it's fine. It's feeding me, it's feeding you, we're getting pats, it feels good, it's whatever. So yeah, again, definitely recommend visiting any place that has a kangaroo petting zoo in Australia. I feel like outside of Australia, I wouldn't recommend it, just because I don't know how much those places know about kangaroos, and I don't know how much they are picking the right kangaroos, being protective, making sure it's all good. But if you know of a place that's like that, that's actually good, definitely let us know down in the comments below. I'd also recommend like the koala sanctuaries as well. Sometimes you can hold a koala and they're so cute and so cuddly, and so sleepy. They sleep a lot. And I love that about them, because sometimes me too. Not as much as a koala, but yeah, definitely sometimes I do sleep a lot too. But yeah, anyway, we are kind of getting close towards the end of this video. I just go around doing some last minute landscaping, putting some of these, little grass patches around, and then I'll do some terrain painting. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure to subscribe. I do come out with a video every single day, except February. I only do 26 videos. I had to stop there and count for a second, because I do something called the A to Z challenge, which is actually going to be coming up in a couple months. I say a couple months, in July. So I do it myself in February, but in July to technically January, but kind of December, I run that challenge. So each week you get a new letter, and based on the letter you do a build or cast creation, and that's it. That's the whole challenge. And you don't have to do a full build. You can do a room. You don't have to do both a room or a cast creation. You can do either. It doesn't have to be a big lot. You can do a small one. It's really up to you guys what you want to do, and that's what I love about this challenge. It's just meant to challenge you and get you out of your comfort zone. But yeah, definitely make sure to subscribe, because I'll definitely talk about it more in the following weeks. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.